I don't even know how to start this video. So, we're going to be talking about a topic that I have been scared to talk about online. But I feel like this needs to be said. And people need to be aware of the shit that goes on in this world. I guess that's all I can really say. So, when I was 13, this was like 2 years ago, I had an older brother. He was around 19 at the time. He took his own life. And I'm not going to name names. I'm not really going to go into that much detail about it, but what really happened is pretty fucked up. So the day we found out that he was told to take his own life. But I know that he wouldn't have taken that seriously. And no one in my family, not even the police, knows the motive. Like, they don't know why he did it. And the way we did find out was his best friend, Rodney. That's all I'm really going to say, that his name was Rodney. And he ended up kicking down his door to his apartment and found him dead. Now, that really did fuck him up. He's still pretty fucked up today, and I don't blame him. It would have fucked me up too. And honestly, it did. So as the police looked into the case, this is what really pisses me off about the police of where I live. They only take one look at the crime scene and just determine whatever happened right then and there. They don't go deeper into the investigation, which really pisses me off. So what they found, this is going to be a little bit graphic. I'm not going to show pictures or anything, mainly because I don't have them, but I'm just going to say it. They found him with a bed sheet around his neck over a door. Now, mind you, my brother had to be at least 170, almost 200 pounds. If the police looked into that a little more, in my opinion, that door would have been ripped off its hinges. And they also found all of his information laid out on his bed, like his social security card, his driver's license, his birth certificate, everything, like the whole damn deal laid out on his bed. Mind you, there was no suicide note or anything. Who the fuck does that? Like, my mom thinks, like, he laid it out before he did it to, like, let his family know what happened to him. But you'd think that he'd leave the motive of why he did it. I don't know why. Now, I know I'm going to start crying in a minute, sorry. So they found that, and they also found bruises on different spots of his neck, which wouldn't be caused by a bedsheet. It would be his whole neck bruised and irritated. No, it wasn't. Now, the spots and the bruises could be indication of being hit or being injected with some substance or anything. So that's when I heard about that, I was like, so somebody drugged him and made it look like he committed suicide. That's what I was thinking. Now, this is all just my opinion. I don't know if any of it is fact, but this is what I am piecing together, which makes the suicide claim not add up. So they found that as well. Apparently, there was no sign of a break-in, but his door was locked. Door was locked. I think they said that there was no sign of a break-in. But then again, they could be lying about that too, knowing Gloversville police. And my sisters, a couple months after we found out, they went to a medium, which is somebody that can contact someone who has passed, and you can sit there and have them talk to you, and they can translate everything that the person who passed is saying to you. And they can, like, predict anything. In my opinion, that's kind of fucking creepy. And they went to go talk to her, to the lady. And I guess my brother was sitting in the room with them. They asked questions of, like, why did you do it? How did this really happen? And all that bullcrap. He didn't tell them why he did it. All he said is he was assisted in doing this. So assisted could mean that he wanted to do it. He just needed help doing it, which is a crime. That counts as murder. Which I don't know how people don't know that. Like, that counts as fucking murder and manslaughter if you assist somebody to kill themselves. Seriously. That's fucked up. And so after that, I started piecing the things together, and I'm like, somebody fucking murdered my brother. He didn't do this on his own. And when I got thinking of it, somebody probably could have went to his house, went to his apartment, or whatever, decided to lock him in his apartment, keep the door locked, and keep him captive for like 2 fucking days. And he laid out all of his information because he probably knew he was going to die. That's my thought. Like, it adds up a little bit. Like, why would somebody lay out all of their information with no suicide note available? And the reason why I'm really making this video is because it really does say something when a 13-year-old girl, that's how old I was at the time when I started piecing things together, can figure this shit out better than the fucking police. Especially here in Gulliversville. They don't do shit. Like, that's kind of bad. When a 13-year-old fucking teenage girl can figure that shit out better than the fucking police. And we didn't know that he was depressed in any way, which people who have depression, I do suffer from it. You don't tell anybody. You put on a fucking fake smile and go about your day as normal. And he did kind of suffer from a somewhat lonely childhood, I guess I'll say. But, you know, I mean, it wasn't my mom's fault. She was raising like 3 other kids. I was in the hospital half the fucking time. And, you know, she just had a hard time handling 4 other children. So it's really not all of her fault. And to be honest with you all, I honestly still think to this day that it was partially my fault because I was not around a lot to help him and support him in anything and to like really help him get through anything. Even though, like, I mean, what can a little sister do? But to your surprise, the youngest sibling can really do you a heck of a lot. Trust me, I know. I have 2 younger brothers that make me laugh every fucking day. Even though they're assholes. But all I'm really going to get across here in this video is if you see somebody or know somebody that is suffering from depression, anxiety, any of that fun, happy horse shit, is that you need to step in. Like, you can't hesitate from that. You need to step in, make their day. Say something nice, like talk to them, make sure that they're doing all right. Tell them, be like, give them your fucking phone number, bro. Even though you like barely know a person or don't even know a person that you know is like being bullied or just suffering from depression, and you can tell the signs of depression very fucking easily if they don't hide it very well. Sometimes you can point out the signs. Most of the time you can't. But, like, give them your goddamn phone number. Say, hit me up if you need anything. Like, do something. Because if you don't, that person you've seen in the hallway getting pushed around by jocks is probably going to be gone the next day. And that's a goddamn fact. Because I've been bullied all my life because of how tiny I am, because of my scar on my stomach. I'll explain that probably in another video. Because of really how I was. I've learned to to just ignore it, but it still hurts. And it doesn't help that I am one of those people who suffer from depression and anxiety. It doesn't help. And you need to tell others who are thinking about ending it all. Well, you need to ask them, how would your family feel? They would be crying on their fucking knees if you were gone. Yeah, you might think that they don't care about you, but deep down, they really fucking do. They care about you. They love you. They would probably end their lives if you ended yours. I know my parents would. That's why I haven't done it yet. That's why I haven't done it. Because you just gotta have them rethink of all the good times that they've had when they actually were happy. Don't ever let them, like, when they were happy, don't let them go into a state to where they're thinking, I wish I could be that happy again, but I can't ever be happy. Don't ever let them go into that state because it will end badly. Trust me. I've done it. I've gone into that state and it just turned into an anxiety attack. It was not good. But just you really gotta make sure that if somebody does take their own life and you are skeptical about what actually happened or what the police found, you need to talk to the police and tell them you need to fucking go deeper into this case. Because something ain't right. That's what happened to my brother. They just claimed it a suicide and closed the case. I know that wasn't fucking it. Just from everything me and my siblings found out. It wasn't that's not what it was. So, but then again, I could be wrong. All of what they found could have led up to a suicide. But I guarantee you, I don't think it did. Now I'm going to put in the description below hashtag rest in peace Damar. If you want to, I'm not forcing you all to do so. To use that hashtag, try to get justice for him, at least. And to also put hashtag suicide awareness, because it is a fucking thing. Depression and anxiety is not a fucking joke, as a lot of people think it is. They think it's a way of attention when people self-harm as well. With people with depression are trapped in their own head with no scapegoat. People with anxiety, we care too much. Simple as that. You fucking care too much. You get into a state that most people cannot get out of without somebody fucking shaking the person to get out of that state. That's how bad that anxiety attacks can get, to the point where somebody has to fucking shake you to get out of it. And with those two things together, is literally fucking hell for that person. They're not only trapped in their own head, but they're also caring too much about things while also not caring about anything at all. That's like having an angel and devil on your fucking shoulder, but they're inside your head. And fucking with your emotions and fucking with your brain and fucking with everything you do in life, really. So, all I'm really going to say is spread awareness. Don't let someone that suffers from these things, don't let them get too far to where it's too late and you can't do anything.